which comes from Ben Hancock, Managing Director at Oscar Acoustics. Ben's got a design background, an eye for detail, and extensive product knowledge. He's been in the business for years, and he has assisted architects and contractors in bringing concepts and designs to fruition while building lasting relationships. Past education projects include the Blavatnik School of Government. Been there myself. It looks like it is amazing, certainly a very tactile material for sure. University College London, University of East Anglia, Notting Hill Prep School, Hampton Court Palace, and Tate Modern, Britain, and St Ives. Ben, and you've just moved into what looks like a very tactile new headquarters over there in Kent, from what I can see of it from the photos. Good morning.
Yes, morning. How are you?
Yes, it looks, yeah, that thing behind you, the kind of what looks like an Indian temple entrance, is just fab.
It's a bit of a talking piece. Yeah, they are from India. They're 170 years old. They're from
Wow.
a building that got destroyed by an earthquake, but the doors survived.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, yeah, really, I think we'll have to pop over and take a look at it because it looks like a fantastic space. Like I said, it looks like an enormous New York loft.
It's a nice place to work, that's for sure.
Yeah, I hope
Still
so.
sinking in.
Take it away.
Great, thank you very much. So Oscar Acoustics, we're Great Britain's #1 spray applied acoustic finishes specialist. And if you don't mind me saying, we're very good at it too. Everything's kept in-house, from specification to sales to the actual installation itself. And our main USP is that our sprayers are trained in our SonaSpray training academy and do nothing else, so build up the skills to tackle even the most difficult projects. And in the last 12 months, we've picked up a number of awards, including Best Construction Company, Best Family Company. That was at the Kent Business Awards, and then topping off the night with the Best of the Awards award, which was most unexpected. We then picked up Subcontractor of the Year at the National Building Awards. As you can see, we're all pretty over the moon only to have us recognised at a national level. So what do we do? We've got a range of 5 class-leading acoustic sprays. That is 95% of our work. We do acoustic masonry blocks as well. They're great for sports halls, loading bays, plant rooms, even roadways. Sometimes you see them, mainly in the Netherlands, because they're waterproof as well. A razor edge trim, that's called the Oscar Evo blade, and it makes bulky ceiling build-ups appear elegant and wafer thin, so replacing the need for the traditional upstands. So there are enough distractions as it is, with raucous students, next door's music lessons, sounds of nearby traffic or construction work. This, coupled with outdated 19th century buildings that lack adequate acoustic treatment, can make managing noise especially challenging. With 85% of teachers agreeing that noise places a significant strain on their ability to teach, it's an issue that needs to be addressed sooner rather than later. So what are the consequences of classroom noise? Anik Hussain, a teacher in Nottingham, says, "Every Monday I teach lessons in a large room with only hard surfaces and hard furniture. The echoes are a nightmare, and I rarely get my voice heard. I always leave school that day with a major headache." Now, this exemplifies how classroom noise can ruin a lesson, even before taking into consideration a teacher's ability, external sounds, or student behaviour. Noisy classrooms also hinder children's ability to concentrate. For young children in particular, noise can cause increased irritability and disruptive behaviour. Noise also has a knock-on effect on cognitive tasks. Reading, mental arithmetic, and problem solving all become trickier in loud conditions. Acoustic expert Trevor Cox found that playing classroom babble to a group of teenagers lowered their cognitive abilities by an average of 3 years, which is far from ideal in a learning environment. Studies have also linked noise in schools to a plethora of health conditions, so hearing loss, high blood pressure, and poor sleep, to name a few. Mental health doesn't fare much better. Research has revealed that noise can play around with our adrenaline and stress-regulating hormones. It isn't just a case of improving learning quality. Taking measures to enhance classroom acoustics will have a positive impact on the well-being of students and teachers alike. So is it a wonder that pupil attention is being negatively affected, also resulting in poor behaviour? One study found that on average, speech intelligibility in just the fourth row of a classroom is a mere 50%. If students can only hear half of what their teacher's saying, how can they be expected to learn and retain information? This is in untreated classrooms, but even acoustic solutions of the past don't cut it anymore. Firstly, from a performance point of view, but also aesthetics. Old acoustic products are being ripped out in favor of higher ceilings and more open, spacious feeling spaces. This is where Oscar Acoustics come in. Our SonaSpray is an acoustic spray that enables ceilings and walls to absorb sound energy rather than reflecting it, reducing overall noise levels and adding perfect clarity to speech. Allowing architects to design amazing spaces like this TP Bennett project, where a spray was applied onto the concrete slab in light grey. And the Hard Rock Hotel in London by Scott Brownrigg Architects, again, spray applied onto the ceiling. This one's a trowel finish. It's compatible with most surfaces and shapes and can acoustically enhance all kinds of educational spaces, including multi-purpose areas such as halls or dining rooms. What's more, SonaSpray's quick and easy application keeps disruption to a minimum. This is Hope Academy with the feature pods sprayed in Wilmot Dixon yellow. So understanding the range, for those of you who aren't familiar with the products, here's a very brief summary. Starting with K13, this is the coarsest of the range of 5. So it is deliberately industrially textured, and this is it throughout the award-winning Notting Hill Prep School in a mid-grey. And then at Hexagon Classics, we refurbished an old, dirty concrete slab and acoustically treated it at the same time in the K13 Black. It's also ideal for sports halls as it's extremely robust and fast to install. So the next product up is SonaSpray K13 Special. So this goes through the milling process for a little longer, resulting in a slightly finer finish than the K13. You can see it here applied in Architects DMFK's New London office. Oops. And here it is. This is part of our own office. I wanted to have like a sprayed concrete effect. So I used the K13 Special in light grey above the services there. And super versatile, so you can spray it onto pretty much any shape. It will take the shape of whatever's behind, so we can go onto quite deep metal rib deck, and also the flat hollow rib with the grooves in as well. So SonaSpray FC, this is finer still and is the finest non-troweled finish we do. And as a result, still extremely fast to install. So you may recognize this fine fellow sat at his desk beneath a beautiful SonaSpray FC ceiling. And hopefully the acoustics sound great in here as well. Here is Blavatnik's School of Government in Oxford, one of the teaching spaces that the partitions pull back. This transforms into 3 classrooms. And then actually, this is about 5 meters up, and so you don't really notice the texture. SonaSpray FCX is the next finish up, and this is sprayed and troweled to give a flat but pitted surface, like an Arctic white render. And then you've got Oscar Elite. So Oscar Elite is sprayed and troweled, and it appears as normal plaster. So it's actually quite boring, actually. You know, you'd never know it was there. Now, the SonaSpray range is made of high-grade recycled paper and can achieve any acoustic performance required. So environmentally, we take things extremely seriously. We get full marks for BREEAM, LEED, SCAR, Living Building Challenge, so there's nothing in it on the red list. And then we've also just got Cradle to Cradle as well. And so on our journey to net zero, we started off some years ago by working towards and then becoming ISO 14001 certified. having got a bug for it, we continue to make changes, and we're very proud to announce now that Oscar Acoustics is now independently certified as carbon neutral as a company. And this is for the entire operation. So this includes the transportation of all our products, something that no other acoustic finishes company can claim. But with our new energy efficient building, we're actually generating so much solar power that we're running the building, charging cars, and we're still putting power back into the grid. Emissions are just as important. So they are all M1 classified as low emitting building materials. That's the top classification. You've got the California Department of Public Health compliant. That's creeping in over here. You've also got Green Guard, and we achieved the gold certification for that. And then you've got BREEAM and LEEDs version as well. And then I mentioned it's made of recycled paper, but it actually achieves a Class O fire rating and a BS1D0, which means little to no smoke and no droplets, aiding in a safe escape. So very briefly, just to finish things off, due to the popularity of the product, we've now hugely outgrown our old premises. And we've now completed construction on the new 16,000-foot Oscar Innovation Centre. So we've got much bigger warehouse and a brick facade that cloaks that warehouse to obscure it from the houses opposite. So I'm not going to go into any detail on this today because I'm going to save it for a future presentation. But what it has enabled us to do is A, meet our rapid expansion needs so we can hold more stock, so we can reduce lead times for our customers. But B, we've created a brand new show home for all the products. So we invite customers to come and see, bring your customers as well, and you can see every single product in a different area throughout the building. We'd love you to come along. The coffee's superb. And if anyone wants one, I can do a CPD for you as well whilst you're here. Thank you very much. I hope you found that useful.
Thank you very much, Ben. I was wondering, when you said if anybody wants coffee, I can do a CPD for you as well. I was like thinking, is that a new kind of coffee as a form of cappuccino? BB93, yes. Performance of acoustics within school environments. I mean, how much do you get involved in all of this when you're dealing with specifiers? I mean, do you obviously you need to meet those requirements. So do you actively engage with designers of schools to kind of think to say whether products might be best specified? Because clearly you've got, even in your presentation, you were making distinctions between where certain products might be used and where other ones might be.
It really is a case of pick the finish you like and pick the finish that's within your budget, because acoustically we can achieve anything. So quite often you've got an acoustic consultant on the project, and by the time the specification gets to us, they say, for instance, we need 20 millimeters of SonaSpray K13 in our sports hall or something like that. So we've got our acoustic data, we know it does the job, and actually sometimes we can, depending on the surface, I mentioned it can go on to, rib deck and roof sheet, we might actually be able to reduce the material depth, because if you increase the surface area, you're going to increase our performance. So yeah, pick the finish you like, and we'll make sure it complies.
Have you, I mean, you were kind of like showing new schools there, really. You were the more, what looked like existing environments seem to be more office spaces in a way. Can you give us a bit of background about what happens when you come in to kind of refurbish spaces, so existing schools which have problems,
yeah,
and you're going in there to kind of deal with it? Have you had that experience, and how much can you say that performance has been improved as a result of your interventions?
Yeah, definitely. So we've now done almost every school in Dagenham. I think we did the first one, and word got about, and all the teachers wanted it in their school. So they've got some, some very old sports halls or multi-purpose, sports stroke dining halls. And they weren't really fit for purpose for anything other than the sports, really. So we were able to go in and retrofit it into the building. Now, some of the older buildings, if you've got sort of lath and plaster or like really old plaster, you might put on a stain barrier first especially in old buildings, community centres where people used to smoke loads in there. That's all got up into the plaster. And early days, it was a bit of a steep learning curve. 25 years ago, we sprayed the odd community centre, and it was the tobacco was actually staining through into the wet product whilst
Wow.
it was drying. So yeah, so you would put on a very good stain barrier then. But yeah, not too many problems. We got so much experience now. We put together a pre-start checklist for all the contractors. So if they can tick, yes, we've done this, 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 and this, they're ready for us. And then the job is just it's gonna last a very, very long time. I've seen jobs that were 60 years old at the time and they still look great.
And I mean, I suppose the clue's in the name, but with SonaSpray, you know, if you are coming in order to work on an existing school, for instance, in terms of, you know, the logistics of getting the material onto the ceilings or onto the walls, how invasive is it?
Fairly. So we'd want the room to ourselves. We create a cocoon, if you like, within the space. So we drop masking down the walls. We protect the floor as well. You know, we spray rooms that have got carpets in them, so it's not really a problem for us. But that's then sprayed up. It's then neatly edged to give you a straight line. All the masking's removed, and you're just left with a complete clean and tidy space for you to pop all your desks back into.
Okay, so you need the space, but it's a
yeah.
short amount of time, and you could take full control of it, obviously.
We can help you put your desks back.
Yeah, okay. Good to know. Thank you, Ben. Nice to see that you've used it in your own space. Plenty of examples. I'm sure we'll try and get out there to take a look at it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's an ongoing project by the looks of it, with the innovation centre that you're building too. So
Yeah.
Big plans, I can see. Thank you very much indeed for your time and for your presentation. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
We are moving on now to our next presentation, which is coming from